Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends series, Marvel's Mystique. Stay tuned. So before we start guys, first of all I just want to apologise if you can hear any whistling in the background. It is a very windy day today. There's a huge storm coming, so yeah, people have warned not to go out today unless you have to, so that should be interesting. Hopefully we still have the roof by tomorrow. But first of all, I'm just going to say this arrived in the post yesterday, and I got this off eBay from a online shop for only $14.99, so that was a steal, really. And yeah, looks like a really fantastic figure. Can't understand why it was so cheap. I guess this wasn't a very popular figure. I don't know, I'd have to check, but I think it's great. So, taking a look at the box, you can see a nice window display with the figure inside with her 3 accessories. And you have Marvel's Mystique and the X-Men symbol. Then you have Marvel Legends series, and you have this nice shiny silvery blue. On the side, it has a very nice shadowy image of Mystique. Same on the back. And on the other side, no description of the figure or the character actually, so yeah, seems as though they didn't bother with that with this figure, but that's okay because no one really reads them anyway. So then on the top you've got the X-Men logo with Marvel Legends series on the top and all the legal stuff on the bottom. So really nice packaging as a whole. You know, it looks really good. I also do like how in the diorama at the back you've got the X logo. Not really something I would take out of the box for the figure, but yeah. So that's the packaging out the way, guys. Let's get on to the figure. So now with the figure out the packaging, all I can say is, yep, really, really nice looking figure. So it's a very, very good representation of the character. Now, I believe this is based on the original Mystique that was seen in X-Men, X-Men 2, and X-Men X-Men, oh god, what was it called? X-Men 3, but I forget what it was called. It will probably come to me later. And then with X-Men First Class onwards, they changed the actor to Jennifer Lawrence. And I can't remember the name of the actress who played this one, but I know that she was actually a model. So, yeah. And hey, she did a great job. Fantastic job. Apparently, she was very good with the makeup because it was very uncomfortable. She had to stay like this for the whole day. She couldn't take the makeup off, and I think it's a bodysuit over her naked body. And yeah, like her feet and her hands and face, they painted blue and applied all the effects on. But it's really, really good, and it translates into the figure so well. So props to the actress for, you know, being very good at her craft. And I must admit, I do actually prefer her as Mystique, so I'm glad that they went with this version. I also think that this could be the Jennifer Lawrence version as well. Like, you know, it can easily double as that, you know, from First Class. She does look like this from X-Men First Class, but I think this is much more based on the original, and I think the blue being a lot darker is huge proof of that. But this figure just looks absolutely fine. Has a very very nice sculpting in the hair. Really love that, and how the paint just makes it look so silky and smooth, how it is in the story. She has her focus. She has her Sith eyes, the kind of yellow with the red outline, so she's on the dark side of the Force. Yeah, she's got them eyes. Very, very good. They're very shiny, which is good. You know, they stand out compared to the matte paint. And yeah, very, very nice. You got this very nice patterns which are actually sculpted, so they're not just painted on. And then you've got these scales. I think they're almost like scales that go in the certain areas. I'll just block that off. No joking. There's nothing there. Mostly on the back. Very, very cool. I really like her design, actually. And I have to just say, you guys might think I'm weird, but very nice sculpted feet. Usually what they do with a lot of characters is they often just make the bottoms of the feet, like if I get Tigress here, they make the bottoms of the feet flat and they add these like little things into them to help them stand better. But with this figure, they've actually taken the time to really sculpt the shape in there, and while they're kind of flat, you know, if you take away the legal rubbish, there really is no way to tell actually, and she still manages to stand extremely well. So props to the sculptors. I think they've done a fantastic job with that. Just gonna compare her to Tigress really quick. So Tigress, no, that she's from Kung Fu Panda. I mean, Tigra, really quick. She is significantly smaller, I think. But you can definitely see that her features are far more human compared to Tigra's, with the really long toes and the really long fingernails. But yeah, they go together really well back to back, and these are my only two female Marvel Legends at the moment. You'd take a wild guess to know why that is. Just, yeah, the paint is absolutely brilliant, and what I love is about the blue that they've used, it looks different in certain lighting, so when you take it in the shade it looks very, very dark. You practically can't see her, and then when you shine the light on her, the blue really just pops out at you. It's very vibrant, which I really like. There's some nice shading done. You've got darker blue around the back and the sides of the arms, whereas on the insides of the arms and the front areas where there's not as much scaling, it's a far lighter blue, and they've done a really nice fade in, so it looks really neat and tidy. In terms of articulation, her head can do a full 360, as well as look forward really far and back reasonably far. Sadly though, it does reveal the gap in the joint there. She can also pivot from side to side by quite a large degree. Her arms can do a full 360 at the shoulders, as well as come right the way up, like that. She has a full 360 at the elbow, as well as a 90-degree bend, full 360 at the hand, forward and back motion, a full 360 at the chest, and she can also lean forward and back and side to side, whichever way you want to get these things positioned. You can also kick the legs forward, but they do go up if you push them all the way, so you can get her in very acrobatic poses, which she is like in the actual films. You have a rotation at the top of the leg, a double joint bend at the knee, so you can get her in a very nice kind of a... I'm not going to do that because otherwise I'll probably get in trouble by YouTube. You've also got a forward and back at the feet, very nice, not stiff or tight in any way, but not loose either. And then you can also push the feet from side to side, so you can really adjust. And there goes the camera. So, oh, damn it. As I was saying, guys, so you can really adjust the stance of the feet and put her in various different poses. I really, really like the articulation on this figure. It's not tight, but it's not loose. It feels very, very well made. Actually, very well made. Problems with my Tigra, the joints are really good. They're tight, you know, they're not loose, but in areas like the feet and the elbows, they are very, very tight, so I do struggle to move them. Not on this figure. Very, very easy to move, and yeah, just very, very well made figure, so props to Hasbro for doing that. That's really, really good. So in terms of accessories, you don't really get much. You get two interchangeable hands. As you can see, you get a fisted hand and a reaching outwards hand. Now, in the packaging, her right hand comes with a fist, and her left hand comes with the more relaxed hand, although it does look more like a hand where she's reaching out for something, which looks cool. And to swap those out, very simple. Just pop them off, no trouble at all, absolutely seamless. And then you just take the others and pop them straight on, also seamless, wonderful. I don't worry about breaking them because they just work so, so well. So here you've got a fighting style. You have a fighting style Mystique. And then here she is with the relaxed hands. So very, very cool, very, very simple to do. And the third and final accessory she comes with is a really cool one, actually, and that is a transformed human arm. So those of you who know Mystique will know that her powers are she can basically make herself look like anyone, and you know the process where her scales kind of flip up and then you start to see what she's turning into underneath, and they've really captured that very well. You can see the kind of midway transformation parts here. And it's a very nicely detailed arm. You know, you've got the different muscle areas here. Very, very good on the hand as well. And has the peg to click into. All the same articulation as these arms in every single way, except I think her human arm can actually bend more up than her regular arms can. I think it comes more up than 90 degrees. You bend the hands backward and forward and rotate them, and you can even actually pop the hand off. Not sure why you'd want to do this, and put a Mystique hand on. It does look kind of strange, but you can do that. Or you could, if you want, take this hand and put it on Mystique's regular arm. So if you just wanted to make it look like she's only transformed her hand, you can do that. So you can really experiment at will. Now, it's my sad duty to report, guys, that I actually cannot get this arm off to put this arm on. It's on there good, and I mean it really is on there good. And what I noticed was, as I was applying pressure to it, these parts here began to separate, and if I'd have kept pulling, I would have probably just completely broken the joint, which is not what I want to do. To be quite honest, I would never display her with this anyway, just because, you know, it does look really strange, but it's a nice accessory nonetheless. But sadly, on my figure specifically, I'm not saying your figure will necessarily have this issue, but with my figure, I can't get her arm off at all. So really what you would do is just very gently pop the arm off and then just pop that one on. But sadly, mine is really, really in there, so I can't do that. But overall, as I said, you've got all your legal stuff on the feet, but the feet are really nicely sculpted. So, yeah. And then she just looks great. I think she looks great. And the face, they've done such a good job. Really made it look like the actress that plays her. And it's really, really great. So you can tell this video isn't scripted. So doing a comparison, here she is next to Tigra, my other female Marvel legend. Then here she is next to the Retro Series Spider-Man. And lastly, here she is next to a fellow Blue, the Stealth Iron Man figure. So as you can see, she goes very, very nicely with other Marvel Legends, even though these, I would say, are more animated, whereas this is a movie figure. The detail is much, much better. I mean, it looks like they've just taken her straight out of the film. It looks absolutely incredible. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching this review. Overall, I really, really like this figure, and I would highly recommend that you go out and get her. She looks really, really well detailed, just like she does in the films. Fantastic paint, fantastic sculpt, and just everything you could want from a Mystique figure. So, if you guys want to find her for a reasonable price, check out eBay. There are many sellers selling her for pretty reasonable prices on there. Just be sure the legitimacy of the sellers before you purchase. Overall, this is a really, really great figure, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't pick her up back in the day when she was released. I say back in the day, but she only came out last year in 2020. So, yeah. This is a really, really great figure, guys. And if you can track her down, if you haven't already got her, I'd highly advise that you pick her up. Thanks ever so much for watching this review, guys. Stay safe and happy wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.